Hello vinyl community, Curtis Young here with Young LP Lovers. I am doing a contest entry this evening. So this is a contest entry for Chris, and his channel is CGCVinylguy. Yeah, so Chris is new into the vinyl community, as am I, so I'm going to show a little love for a newbie. He wants us to show soundtracks, yeah, and I think the prize is going to be a certificate, a gift certificate. Can't remember from where. So I've gone through my collection. I've pulled out all my soundtracks, and I think I've got a baker's dozen. I think I got 13 of them to show you today. So I pulled out the ones that was shown in Chris's video. You can see them back here actually. And I pulled out my daughter's records as well. If you've watched my channel, you know I do videos with my daughter, so they like vinyl as well. So there's their vinyl. So let me get right into it. I'll pick them up here. So Chris did them in alphabetical order when he did them. I'm going to do mine in chronological order. So I've showed this one before in my oldest records thread. Yeah, so this is Kiss Me Kate. This is from the movies, the film. The musical came out in '48, and the film in '53. This is a later pressing. This is a 1959 pressing, making it my oldest. Kiss Me Kate. What can I say about this? I haven't seen the film or the musical, so I don't know much about it. It was given to me by a friend in a kind of a collection of records that he'd gotten for cheap, and I hung on to it. There's at least a couple of songs on here that I like. I've just spun it a few times, but that is the first one. Then we have the King. We've got Elvis with Happy Girl. This is a Japanese pressing with the obi on here. Somewhat rare. I think I've showed this in the previous video. I might be wrong. But this, yeah, a little bit rare with this 60s rather, obi. So this is from 1965. Well, at least the film is. I didn't check the pressing date on this. It should be around the same time. Yeah. So, Girl, Happy by the King. I think it's one of his last ones, 65, so there couldn't have been too many more after that. Then we're going to go up to 1969, a couple more years into the future. We got Easy Rider, yeah, that's, what's his name, Dennis Hopper and Fonda. Fonda? Oh my God, I've forgotten who's in there now. Great soundtrack here. You've got The Pusher, Born to Be Wild, The Wait, Wasn't Born to Follow. If You Want to Be a Bird, I can't remember that one. Don't Bogart Me, rather. If 6 Was 9, Hendrix, and so forth. So a great film and a equally great soundtrack. This is one of those ones where the music really makes the film. Yeah, and you'll see that a lot with the soundtracks I have. The music becomes part of the film. And I think that's true with this one. I've showed this one on the channel before. This is Deliverance, yeah, from 1972. We're into the 70s now. Yeah, get nice and close so you can see there. Dueling banjos on here. There's what's his name? Burt Reynolds, yeah. There you go. So 1972, Deliverance. Can't say I listened to this a whole lot, to be honest, but it's got a few cool tracks on it. Now this film is an interesting one, I think, anyway. American Graffiti, the soundtrack to American Graffiti, 1973. This is a gatefold cover. Nice cover on there, yeah. So this is classic, what would be 60s, I guess early 60s music. This is my Japanese pressing, so it comes with the insert, Japanese liner notes and English lyrics. Just a great collection of old music, you know, like, what do we got on here? Let's have a quick look here. So we got Billie Holiday, we got the Beach Boys, we got Chuck Berry, the Cliftones, the Big Bopper, the Billie Holiday again, the Beach Boys again, Booker T and the MGs, lots of the Tempos. I didn't realize that this was a George Lucas film. And apparently at the time, because it was made on such a low budget and it made so much at the box office, that it was the most profitable film made up to that date. I haven't seen the film, so maybe I really need to go back and see it. Coming of age film, which a couple of these other ones are all coming of age films as well. Common theme with good music. And I guess, I don't know if you can see the pictures on the inside there. This was apparently the inspiration, or part of the inspiration, behind another one of my favorites growing up, Dazed and Confused. I don't have the soundtrack for that on vinyl. I'd love to find it though. But I have them both on CD. And it was so popular, it was so well done, so well received that they did a follow-up. This came out in 75. So more American Graffiti. And this one I think is even better. Well, it's a little bit, we've got things like Aretha Franklin on here, Simon & Garfunkel, there's a couple of Dylan tracks on here. Like a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan. We got the Birds on here, Tambourine Man. So yeah, another good collection of music. Both of these are double LPs, and the gatefolds again. Also another Japanese pressing. Some pictures on the inside. You can see there. Can't see with my hand in the way. Anyway, there you go. There you have it. American Graffiti. Now, most of this music was not in the film. So is it a soundtrack inspired by the movie? I don't know. All right, now we're coming up into the late 70s, 78. Grease. Again, another Japanese pressing here. It's a single LP, right? No, it's a... might be a double. It's a double LP. Yeah. Our liner notes. Scenes from the movie. Everyone knows Grease, yeah? Olivia Newton-John, John Travolta. You've got Grease Lightning, Summer Nights, Sandra Dee. Look at me, I'm Sandra Dee. All those classics. I remember enjoying this movie when I was a kid. Another coming-of-age movie, right? So yeah, Grease. Now we're coming into the 1980s for this one. Mid-80s, 86, Platoon, Vietnam flick. What's his name now? Sheen, not Martin Sheen. Charlie Sheen. Probably his best performance. Has he done anything better? Probably not. Anyway, Vietnam flick. And like a lot of Vietnam era films, I really enjoyed the music. You've got, Smokey Robinson. You've got The Doors. You've got Jefferson Airplane. I showed this on a recent video as well. Aretha Franklin with Respect. You got Otis Redding. When a Man Loves a Woman, Percy Sledge version. Groovin'. And then you've got some instrumental stuff by the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra, so kind of a mix between a score and a soundtrack. Forrest Gump, probably maybe my second favorite soundtrack. I don't think you could have a better picture of American music. Who do you have on here? You've got Elvis. There was no Elvis on the American Graffiti one, and apparently that was because they couldn't get the rights from RCA at the time because the budget was so low. So in terms of like American music, it kind of makes me think I own a version of the Voyager records. They made these gold records and they put them on the Voyager spaceship and sent them off into space. If you wanted a collection of American music, this would probably be pretty good to send out to another civilization to see what American music sounded like. Anyway, Elvis, You got CCR. Wilson Pickett's Land of a Thousand Dances. I love that tune. You're Blowing in the Wind Again, Fortunate Son by CCR, Aretha Franklin's Respect, California Dreamin', you got The Doors again, Simon Garfunkel, Jefferson Airplane, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Willie Nelson, Randy Newman, The Supremes. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So it's just a really great soundtrack. And again, like the other one there, the music becomes part of the story. And that's what really makes this soundtrack really stand out in my mind, is that the music is telling the story in many ways. This is a bit cheating. This is a single, but it's from the movie Beverly Hills Cop 3. It's Eazy-E's version of what is it? Love for Them Gangsters. So I'm a big hip-hop fan. I grew up listening to hip-hop. It was my first love. So, but most of my hip-hop is on CD. This is from 1998, well past the vinyl era. And again, some of my favorite hip-hop soundtracks, like, I don't know, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Above the Rim. I have all those on CD. And I don't even know if they exist on vinyl. So when I saw this on vinyl, Bullworth, the movie was just average. But the soundtrack's okay. It's got Dr. Dre and LL Cool J, Zoom. The big standout one here is Ghetto Superstar with the ODB and Maya, introducing Maya apparently. Freak Out's another decent track on here. You got Method Man, you got the RZA, you got Public Enemy, you got Cypress Hill. So a decent soundtrack. So when I saw it on vinyl, it's a double LP as well. When I saw it on vinyl, and I got it really cheap, I couldn't help but pick that up. So again, that's 1998. And then the last two, one of which we're listening to right now, Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, the music becomes part of the movie here. This is volume 1, you went 2004. You've got Hooked on a Feeling, Go All the Way, Spirit in the Sky. You got some Bowie on here. Fool Around and Fell in Love, and I Want You Back by Jackson 5 on the A side. And again, the B side is probably even better. And then in 2017, they came out with the volume 2. Again, just perfect compliment to the movie. I like the movies as well, so I've mentioned both of these soundtracks in other videos as well. But, you know, Cat Stevens, Brandy, Come a Little Bit Closer, Wham Bam, Shang-a-Lang, Surrender, Father and Son. It's got Parliament on here. Just great music. I'm looking forward to the third one for the soundtrack as well. So those are my soundtracks. I can't believe this video turned out to be over 13 minutes. But there you are. So check out Chris's channel, CGCVinylguy. I'll leave a link down below. It's into everything, guys. It's got a huge Frank Sinatra collection apparently. Big into the Beatles. He's got all the Beatles solo stuff as well as their early stuff. He's even got some Indian sitar music inspired by the Beatles. So a very eclectic collection as well. So check out his channel. Thanks for watching if you made it to the end. Cheers.